the funding crisis, unresolved and simmering. Last year, campuses countrywide were shut down as protesting students went on the rampage. It's an onerous burden for any student ailing financially. 23-year-old Yamkela Ntsepo's only parent was a domestic worker.
When she passed away, that's when I realized, oh my gosh, I have to mother myself.
Orphaned and destitute, the Bachelor of Arts student struggled to get funding since her first year in 2014.
In that period of time, I'm applying with NSFAS and there's no reply. And when I confront NSFAS people, it's, you're not on the system. You've never applied for NSFAS. And I'm like, what do you mean I'm not on the system? And then they'll tell me stories like, no, sometimes we get technician problems.
An exchange of emails between Tsepo and NSFAS staffers demonstrate that her efforts were in vain.
I went into depression. I was diagnosed with chronic depression. I was having breakdowns.
Her financial battle continues for 4 consecutive years.
When I came to apply this year for NSFAS, they told me, you're still not registered. So I showed them the emails. I tried to communicate with them. All they could tell me is like, so I would send this person the email that I was supposed to email. Then she would forward it to somebody.
A secular predicament many students find themselves in. There are 40,000 deserving students in financial limbo. It's a volatile situation and anger is simmering. Student leaders say the fees issue has not been adequately addressed.
Because government funding does not cover everyone who needs it, it creates this gap of people who, number one, don't have government funding, but also don't qualify formally for loans. So they're stuck in this gap where there's nothing that they can do. And there are countless stories of this happening.
Wits University has declined to comment. NSFAS says an internal disciplinary process will be taken if its staff has failed in their duties to assist the student.
We have to go back into our records. We have to go back to Wits. We have to investigate. We've got a couple of instances where students were supposed to be funded previously, but they were never funded. And we have students who were short funded previously, but were never fully funded.
Reasons?
And simply because NSFAS didn't have sufficient funding, but students qualified.
The plight of an orphan.
I just want help to finish my studies. That's all.
A story that resonates with thousands of students. Education, it appears, comes at all costs. SABC News, Johannesburg.